You're cold, it's dark, and you have no tent or sleeping bag. Your best bet is to build a debris hut that can hold your body heat throughout the night. Remember, hypothermia is a real threat in cold conditions, so making a warm shelter is crucial. Make sure to gather plenty of insulating materials like leaves, pine needles, and grass to line the inside of your shelter. Also, be aware of local laws regarding building structures in natural areas. To make a debris hut that holds body heat all night, you need just 3 key materials: dry leaves or pine needles, small branches about as thick as your thumb for the frame, and larger branches around 2 inches in diameter for the main structure. Always gather these materials well before dark to ensure you have enough. Remember, it's crucial to know local laws regarding the collection of natural resources from public lands. First, choose an uphill slope for better drainage, but ensure it's legal to build there and doesn't damage protected habitats. Clear away any snow and debris to create a flat area about 8 feet long and 6 feet wide for your shelter base. Make sure you're in an allowed location and avoid damaging vegetation or wildlife habitats. Step 1. Gather small branches, no thicker than your thumb, to form the vertical frame of your debris hut. Space these branches about a foot apart to ensure good airflow while preventing excessive cold from entering. Remember that building a shelter is crucial for protection against the elements and should be done before nightfall if possible. Always check local regulations regarding open fires or structures in wilderness areas. Here, that's what keeps you alive. The spacing between branches is crucial. Too close and less insulation means more cold can seep in. Too far apart, and your body heat escapes easily. Aim for a balance with about 6 inches to 1 foot between branches for optimal insulation and warmth retention. Remember, local laws may restrict building shelters in certain areas, so always check before setting up camp. Step 2. Use sturdy branches, around 2 inches thick, to build the side walls and roof frame of your debris hut. Lean these larger branches against the vertical support sticks from both ends and in the middle, gradually building up until your shelter reaches a height of at least 4 feet. This ensures adequate space for insulation materials like leaves and pine needles that'll help retain body heat all night long. Remember to check local regulations before constructing any shelters in designated areas or on private property. The common mistake is building the shelter too close to the ground. Cold air settles near the surface at night, so ensuring there's enough height in your debris hut prevents this chilly air from stealing your body heat all night long. Step 3. Pack dry leaves or pine needles into this frame as tightly as possible, ensuring there are no gaps. Begin at the bottom and work your way up, layering them on thickly to create insulation. Aim for a thickness of about 2 feet at the deepest point. Remember, it's crucial to use only materials you can positively identify as dry to avoid any risk of mold or pests. Also, be aware of local laws regarding collecting natural resources in protected areas. Here, that's what keeps you alive. While wet leaves aren't effective insulators due to their moisture content, they can still be used if no other options are available. However, it's crucial to find and use as many dry materials as possible, such as dry grass, pine needles, or fluffy plant down, for better insulation. Always check your debris pile for any dampness before using it in your shelter to maximize heat retention throughout the night. Remember, building a proper shelter is just one part of survival. Always be aware of local laws and seasons regarding foraging materials from protected areas or private land. Step 4. Cover your sides with additional branches to shield against wind and rain. Lean these branches against the frame from both ends, ensuring they meet at the apex for maximum coverage. This layer will provide insulation by holding heat in and blocking cold winds, but remember to leave some space between layers to trap warm air effectively. If you don't have enough branches, gaps will allow cold air to seep in during the night. Aim for no openings larger than 1 inch to maintain your body heat effectively. Remember, Proper insulation and a well-constructed debris hut are crucial for survival in cold conditions. Always prioritize safety and follow local laws when sourcing materials from natural areas. Step 5. Build a small entrance on one side of your shelter. Ensure it's just large enough for you to crawl in and out comfortably, but narrow enough to minimize heat loss. Pack the edges with leaves or pine needles tightly, leaving a small breathing hole that can be covered when not in use. The biggest mistake people make is creating an entrance that's too large. A small opening helps retain body heat, preventing even slight breezes from stealing warmth all night long. Always ensure proper insulation and sealing to protect against cold temperatures and maintain warmth effectively. Remember, local laws may restrict building shelters in certain areas, so be sure to check regulations before setting up your debris hut. Step 6. Gather plenty of leaves, pine needles, or other insulating materials and build up layers around your shelter's walls and roof. Keep adding these materials until you have at least a foot of insulation all the way around. Remember, proper insulation is crucial for staying warm overnight in cold weather. Always ensure that you're collecting from areas where it's legal to gather natural resources and respect private property boundaries. Here, that's what keeps you alive. The thicker this layer, the better it insulates your body warmth overnight. Aim for at least 1 foot thick around your entire shelter to effectively trap heat and keep out cold air. Remember, local laws may apply to building debris shelters in certain areas, so always check regulations before proceeding. Step 7. Crawl inside and settle down on your leafy bedding. Use extra layers of leaves or pine needles to create a snug barrier around yourself, separating you from the cold and wet ground. Remember, staying still and avoiding contact with cold surfaces will help retain body heat all night long. Ensure you have enough insulation to stay warm throughout the night and avoid hypothermia. The biggest mistake people often make is moving too much inside the shelter, as this can cause heat to escape easily. To stay warm all night, try to keep your movements minimal and stay as still as possible within the debris hut. Remember, it's also crucial to gather enough insulating materials like leaves and branches to build a thick layer around you for maximum warmth. Always ensure you have the proper permits if building shelters in designated areas or during specific seasons, and respect local laws and wildlife habitats. Step 8. Before dawn, use this opportunity to check your insulation's effectiveness by placing one hand on a pile of dry leaves near the entrance and the other on exposed skin. Ensure there's no cold spot in your shelter that could lead to heat loss during the night. Remember, maintaining body warmth is crucial for survival. If it's not working, add more leaves or pine needles around your entire shelter to deepen the insulation layer. Ensure you have enough material to create a thick barrier that effectively traps heat overnight. Remember, proper insulation can be crucial for preventing hypothermia in cold conditions. Always prioritize safety and seek expert advice when building survival shelters. Remember, use only dry materials like branches and leaves for insulation. Wet items can lead to hypothermia, so ensure everything is thoroughly dried before building your shelter. To tell if your debris hut worked, check how warm and comfortable you feel at dawn compared to when you started. Your bedding should be dry and insulated enough to keep you from losing too much body heat during the night. If you wake up feeling warm and dry without any chill or dampness, then you did it right. Remember, staying warm and dry is key in cold weather survival. If the insulation isn't effective, choose a new location and rebuild using drier debris. Wet leaves or needles lose their insulating properties overnight, allowing heat to escape. This is educational only. Foraging, hunting, and fishing carry real risks and are governed by local laws and seasons. Always verify plant and animal IDs with an expert, follow your local regulations, and never eat anything you can't 100% identify as safe. First things first, pick the right spot for your debris hut. It needs to be protected from wind, but still let in some light. Look for a natural depression or space under trees that shields you while providing some visibility and airflow. Once you find the spot, start gathering materials. For the frame, look for sturdy, straight branches that can support the structure. Smaller sticks, leaves, and pine boughs are excellent for insulation as they provide good coverage and help retain heat. Remember, never harvest live branches from trees without a compelling reason to avoid harming vegetation. Pine boughs are ideal because their needles trap air pockets, enhancing thermal insulation. To build the frame, lean your main branches against each other to create an A-frame shape. Secure them tightly at the peak using vines, cordage, or any strong material available. Ensure the base is next. Weave in smaller branches horizontally between the main supports. This creates a lattice structure that'll hold your insulating materials and provide space for movement inside the shelter. Ensure you have plenty of dry leaves, pine needles, or other insulating debris to layer over this framework for maximum warmth. Remember, it's crucial to follow local laws regarding gathering natural materials in protected areas or parks. Cover this framework with pine boughs or other debris, starting at the top of the A-frame and working your way down, overlapping layers to create a waterproof barrier that keeps rain out. Remember, when foraging for materials, always ensure you're following local laws and respecting protected species. Additionally, while building, be cautious not to disturb wildlife habitats unnecessarily. Now it's time for your insulating layer. Pile in dry leaves, grass, and more pine needles to create a thick barrier around the frame. The thicker this layer, the better it'll trap heat overnight. Use enough so that when you lie down inside, there's at least a foot of insulation on all sides. Remember, before gathering any plant material, ensure you positively identify each species with an expert or field guide and follow local laws regarding foraging and land use. Remember, wet materials won't insulate properly and can lead to hypothermia. Ensure that all debris used for your shelter is dry, whether leaves, branches, or other natural resources. Tomorrow on the Survival Files, red animal tracks to find water fast.